meditation practices that we're going to do today are 2 pranayama practices. So we've talked about pranayama a little bit. Prana is this sort of essential life force. Yeah, it's this essential energetic life force that's within all of us. And when we meditate, when we breathe, when we do yoga, when we connect in some sort of way, we are activating our prana. Some people think of pranayama as the control of prana. So yama means restraint. So it's almost closing off certain avenues of prana to get it to do specific things for us. But then recently in my actually in my prenatal yoga teacher training that I did this year, I heard the idea that it's pranayama. So ayama is the non-restraint of prana. So letting it flow free. And it could be both. It could be both. There's no right or wrong. So we're practicing 2 pranayama practices. These practices that we're doing today are kind of 2 like big ones. They're staples. They're ones that you learn pretty early on if you are, learning yoga or learning pranayama. And they're fairly accessible. They're fairly easy. So the first one we're going to work on is called Kapalabhati pranayama. Kapalabhati literally translates to skull polishing breath. It is also breath of fire in Kundalini yoga. And Kapalabhati is kind of like a shot of caffeine. It's energizing. It's a little bit more active. And it's a great one to do first thing in the morning when you wake up. If you're feeling really tired or if you need an afternoon pick-me-up right around that crash time, a few rounds of Kapalabhati can be really helpful. So we'll learn that first, and then we will move into a more grounding and calming pranayama practice called Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing, and I'll explain a little bit more to you when we get there. So starting with Kapalabhati, the way that it works is it's passive inhales and active exhales in and out of the nose. And when you exhale, you are pulling your lower stomach in. So really activating the lower abdominal. So I'm going to place my hands there and I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see my stomach muscles working and pulling in on every exhale. And so you can decide the pace. At first, when I first started this practice, I was doing it at a slower pace. Now I do it a little bit more at a faster pace, like so. Now, of course, it's nice to have tissues on hand. So if you need to grab some tissues, might be a little bit of snot rocketing. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that you have some tissues. The other thing that I'll obviously invite you to do is close your eyes so that you can have a greater sense of withdrawal inward to help you with this practice. Now, we will do a few rounds. What we'll do is about a minute 30 for each round. You can decide at what pace you want to go at, if you want to go a little bit slower, if you want to go a little bit faster. You can also decide to do 3, take a breath. 3, take a breath. So but the goal is to be inhaling passively in between each exhale. So there is a little bit of an inhale in between each. It's just not as forceful, yeah? So that's how that works. If you want to do it in 3s and take a deep breath for the minute 30 that we do it. If you want to just do it all together, you can decide if you want to start slow, if you're new to this, and go a little bit faster as you start to get used to it. And if at any point, of course, if you feel dizzy or you feel like you need a break, take a break, place one hand on the heart, one hand on the abdomen, and just take deep breaths into the body. And again, as I always say, you decide the intensity, you decide how you want to go at this. So when you are ready, you can close your eyes, finding a nice comfortable seat, maybe wiggling your hips from side to side to ground your sit bones into whatever it is that you're sitting on. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down away from your ears. Gently close the lips, but relax the jaw, the tongue, the teeth. Relax the space between the eyebrows. And you can place your hands gently in your lap, palms facing down or up, Or perhaps if you want to feel more into this practice, you can place your hands on your lower abdomen. And we'll just take 3 deep cleansing Ujjayi pranayama breaths in and out of the nose. So nice, loud breaths in and out of the nose. Breathing in, filling the body up with air. And breathing out of the nose, letting it all go. Again, breathe in through the nose. Nice, long, deep breath. And exhale out of the nose. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the nose. And the next breath in, fill up with air, and begin your Kapalabhati pranayama practice. Keep going, stick with it. You're creating heat, you're creating energy. Ten more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Take a deep breath in through the nose and hold. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale out of the mouth. Let it all go. Beautiful. Take a moment in between. Just breathe normally. Notice if you feel a little bit more energy, if you feel a little bit more prana. If you feel that fuzzy feeling in your face or in your head. We'll get ready to move into the second round, 2 out of 3. And for this round, you can keep your hands on your abdomen, in your lap, or I'll invite you to tent your fingertips on your shoulders. And just, you can have your elbows down. If you really want to make it difficult on yourself, you can put your elbows straight out from your shoulders, but that can get uncomfortable after a while. Again, you decide, and I'm loving seeing all these different variations. So when you're ready, you can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, finding your comfortable seat, growing tall through the crown of the head, relaxing the muscles of the face. The next deep breath in will be for the practice of Kapalabhati. Take a deep breath in and begin. Keep going. You're almost there, about 15 more seconds. Maybe speed it up. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of your shoulders, hands gently in your lap. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And hold. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale out of the mouth. Beautiful. One more slightly shorter round we're preparing for. This time, if you would like, I'll invite you to do it the Kundalini way, taking your hands and curling your fingers into the pads of the fingers. So curling the tips of the fingers into the pads of the fingers. and bringing the thumbs out like so, like you're giving a thumbs up, but towards the side. And then you'll extend your arms over your head and hold this way. Nice and strong through the arms, pressing into the hands gently. So either in this hand position, the one you did earlier, or from the beginning, hands on the abdomen or hands in your lap, whatever you decide. And then from here, I'll invite you to close your eyes. Begin sensing into the body, sensing back into the breath to prepare for this last and final round of Kapalabhati Pranayama. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. This next breath in will be for the practice of Kapalabhati. Breathe in. Kapalabhati. Keep going. About 10 more seconds. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hands up. Hold, breathe in. Hold your breath. Sip in a little extra air. Exhale, let it all go. Hands in your lap. Sigh it out. Take a moment here, maybe with one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Just breathing normally in and out of the nose, noticing what has shifted for you. Noticing where the prana is flowing. What parts in the body feel the vibrations of this practice the most? And what parts of the body feel like they need a little bit more prana? And you might not know the answer. That's okay. And when you are ready, you can gently blink your eyes open, release your hands into your lap, pull your shoulders up, back and down, and return your awareness back to this space. If you, of course, if you have any questions about this practice, feel free to email me and let me know what you thought or whatever questions you have. The last pranayama practice that we are going to move into before our yoga nidra is still seated. So if you need to like shake your legs out a little bit just to give them a little bit of movement in between, please feel free to do so. If you're seated cross-legged, you might find it interesting to switch the cross of your legs, to switch which leg is on top and in front. So Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing. And what I love about this, it's a very calming practice. It's really soothing to the nervous system. And what it is it's closing off the nostrils to breathe in and out of, to switch which nostril you're breathing out of. So it's in right, out left, in left, out right. And this is a practice of equilibrium. It's a practice of honoring both the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, the right and the left hemispheres of the body, which are masculine and feminine sides. So bringing it all together, masculine, feminine, sun and moon, sort of bringing in the opposites to find some sort of balance and some sort of equilibrium. So this is a really powerful practice, and it's one that you can do, like, you know, after all this is over, while you're on public transportation. It's a great one to do before you go to bed, a great one to do, you know, if you're feeling anxious. Again, a really nice way to calm the nervous system, because when you are breathing, when you are in control of your breath, you can't physically be having a panic attack. They don't exist at the same time. And so this is a really, really great way to regulate your nervous system, regulate anxiety, all that good stuff. So the way that this works, the traditional mudra is you will take your right hand and you will close your index and middle finger in towards your palm. This isn't particularly comfortable. So if you're like, nah, you don't have to do it this way. And then what you will do is you will use your thumb and your ring finger to rotate, pressing down onto the nostrils. So the way that this works is it's breathing in and out of the nose. And I like to rest my thumb and my ring finger just gently on the bridge of my nose. So I'll sort of move my elbow up so that you can see, but you don't have to have your elbow up like this. So what you'll do is you'll close the right nostril first and breathe in through the left. Hold, close the left nostril, open the right, and breathe out of the right. And then you'll stay here to breathe in through the right. Close and switch, breathe out of the left nostril. Again, so breathe in through the left. Close and switch, breathe out of the right. Breathe in through the right. Close and switch, breathe out of the left. Now again, while your fingers are here, if tucking your index and middle finger in towards your palm isn't comfortable, you can gently place those fingers on your third eye center in between your eyebrows and just have it like that. So we will try that. I will guide you through a few rounds and then allow you some time to maneuver through it on your own. If you lose place, if you get confused, don't worry, you can just breathe in one nostril and out of the other. So of course, we'll find our mindful body, refinding our comfortable seat, growing tall through the crown of the head. I'll invite you to close the eyes, if that's comfortable for you, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, away from the ears, relaxing the muscles of the face, gently closing the lips, and then placing either your thumb or your index and middle finger in towards your palm or on your third eye center, placing your ring finger and your thumb on the bridge of your nose. We'll take one cleansing breath in and out of the nose. Inhale, fill the body up with air. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, close off the right nostril with your thumb and breathe in through the left. Hold, close the left nostril, open the right, and breathe out of the right. Stay here, breathe into the right nostril. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Inhale here. Close and switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Close and switch, exhale left. Inhale left. Close and switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Close and switch, exhale left. Last round together. Inhale left. Close and switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Close and switch, exhale left. Continuing with a few more rounds of Nadi Shodhana on your own. Finishing each round with an exhale out of the left nostril. If you can, make the exhales longer than the inhales to really ground down and feel a sense of calm. The prana is still moving, but now at a different pace. Whatever round that you're on, go ahead and finish it up. Breathing out of the left nostril. And then once you're finished, just gently place your hands in your lap, perhaps keeping the eyes closed. Just breathing regularly in and out of both nostrils. Noticing what has shifted for you. The quality of the breath, the pace of the breath. What the prana feels like in the body now versus when we finished practicing Kapalabhati pranayama. Welcoming whatever arises. And when you are ready, just gently blink your eyes open, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, coming back to this space. And we will shift into our Yoga Nidra practice. So lying down on something, a mat, a couch, a blanket, cushions, grabbing whatever it is you need to feel like you can totally settle. If lying down on your back is not something that feels comfortable to you, you can lie down on your side or on your stomach. You are welcome to stay seated as well, although it may not always be particularly comfortable. I do believe that we get the most out of Yoga Nidra practice lying down. And of course, you're welcome to turn off your videos. I don't need to see you. So we'll move into our Yoga Nidra practice. And to do so, we use the breath to help us settle. Not necessarily controlling it, just allowing it to be what it is. And with every exhale, feeling into a deeper sense of stillness and ease. And with every inhale, welcoming this sense of total comfort, right? And in this practice of Yoga Nidra, in this space of awareness, know that you are safe to explore. You are safe to welcome whatever arises. And if the need to move the body arises during this practice, I invite you to watch it, to notice it, and see if maybe after a moment of watching it from afar, perhaps this need to move will pass. However, if it persists, please feel free to listen to your body in whatever way that you see fit. And in this space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra, there will be some moments of silence. I encourage you to stay with the practice. Know that we are still together. I haven't abandoned you. And continue to allow for whatever arises within this practice. And to continue to allow to be held by the earth underneath you, by the practice of Yoga Nidra, by this safe space that you have created for yourself. And so continuing to use the breath to help you settle, if that is what you need. Feeling the parts of the earth underneath you or whatever it is that you are laying on, that you are touching. And feeling with every exhale as though the body could just melt further into whatever it is that is supporting you. And on the inhale, breathing in a sense of welcoming, of love, of vitality. And with the exhale, settling that down into the center of the heart. Now allowing the breath to settle into the heart space. Awareness gently resting there. And if an intention, a heart's desire, a heart's prayer, a sankalpa arises from the heart space, naturally, honor it. Plant the seed of the sankalpa in your heart. And allow for this practice of yoga nidra to nourish it through total rest in the body. And of course, if the absence of desire, of a nirvikalpa is what's there, honor that as well. You are free to be free of desires. And continuing to rest your awareness in the heart space, knowing that if the awareness of the focus travels from the heart space, you can always use the breath to reground yourself, but also knowing that you are not obligated to stay focused. You're not obligated to pay attention. You are here to rest, however that looks for you. Still breathing into the heart space, we can now allow our internal awareness, maintaining the body's stillness, just on the inside to travel around the body. And this gentle inside awareness resting in each part of the body that is named. Beginning with awareness settling into the space between the eyebrows, the third eye center. Awareness resting there at the eyebrow center and moving down to the base of the throat, a hollow space between the collarbones. Awareness shifting over to the right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, and to the tips of the fingers of the right hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Traveling up the inside of the right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, settling back at the hollow space at the base of the throat between the collarbones. And over to the left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, and to the tips of the fingers of the left hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Traveling back up the inside of the left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, and settling once again at the dip of space between the collarbones at the base of the throat. Awareness resting gently there and moving still now down to the heart center, the center of the back of the breastbone, center of the heart. Shifting further down to the navel center, the center of the pelvis, to the right hip, right knee, right ankle, and to the tips of the toes of the right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The back of the right ankle, right knee, inside of the hip, and back to the center of the pelvis. Over to the left hip, left knee, left ankle, and the tips of the toes of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe. and fifth toe, the back of the left ankle, left knee, inside of the left hip, awareness resting once again at the center of the pelvis, up to the navel center, the center of the heart space, the base of the throat between the collarbones, third eye center in between the eyebrows, and the crown of the head. Now the whole body resting in this gentle awareness, this gentle, loving awareness. The whole body. The whole body. And on the next exhale, shifting our awareness back down to the heart, letting it settle there, finding its comfort, finding a sense of home. And on the inhale, allowing the awareness to travel back up to the third eye center between the eyebrows. And from that space, taking the intuition that arises there with you back down into the heart space as you exhale. Gathering this strong sense of settling and deep comfort and love, and bringing it up to the third eye center in between the eyebrows on the inhale. And gathering that intuition for what it is you need the most, and allowing it to settle down into the heart space on the exhale. Inhaling up to the third eye center. Exhaling down into the heart space. Inhale, awareness travels upward into the space between the eyebrows. And then exhale as it settles back down into the heart. And continuing this exploration between moving the awareness from the third eye to the heart to the third eye. Using the inhales and the exhales, allowing the breath to travel the awareness back and forth. And then can you expand your awareness in the space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra to include both. To include both chakras, the third eye between the eyebrows and the heart space. The symbols of love, the symbols of intuition. Allow both to exist in the same space, informing one another, supporting one another, supporting the whole of the body, the whole of you. And then gently allowing this exploration to go. Returning back to the breath. And allowing for the awareness to just exist calmly exactly where it is, in this space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra. Just being able to relish in this act of non-doing. There is nothing to be done in this moment in time, only to rest. And in this space of awareness that is Yoga Nidra, knowing that whatever arises is welcome. Allowing what you sense to be a part of the practice, whether that's outside sounds, inside sensations. And then gently allowing your awareness once again to rest in the heart center. And from the deep heart's core, perhaps you revisit your sankalpa, your intention, your heart's prayer, heart's desire. Breathing it in and settling deeper into the heart space as you exhale. Or perhaps you are taking this moment to relish in the absence of a sankalpa, the absence of desire in this moment. Allowing whatever you've chosen to nourish you. And using the breath to help you do so. And in this space of awareness, in the practice of Yoga Nidra, you begin to return to a more everyday state of consciousness, with feeling into the sensations in the body, feeling into the sensations of the body against whatever it is you are lying on, the sensations of the air against your skin, against your clothes, feeling the audible sensations around you, the sound of my voice, and other sounds that may permeate, and allowing for all of these sensations to ground you and allow you to return to a more everyday state of conscious awareness. And staying here for as long as you need, or beginning to shift with small movements in the fingers and the toes. Small movements anywhere else in the body that feels intuitively good to you. Making the breaths in and out a little bit longer, deeper, louder still. And if you would like, you can shift onto one side in a fetal position. Pressing your top hand into the earth in front of you. Feeling this sense of grounding, of rebirth, allowing you to transform into something new to carry you through the rest of your day. And taking as much time as you need, perhaps keeping the eyes closed, shifting into a seated position, facing your screen. Perhaps bringing the hands together at heart center, palms together or one hand on top of the other on your heart. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. And just gently bowing your head in towards your chest. Sealing in the practice. Feeling gratitude for yourself for showing up. This practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Hari Om Tat Sat and Namaste.